So there's a lot of men that receive what I would consider to be a double whammy. One, we're living in a society that is slowly changing, but we have come from a survival masculinity where we have an external world that teaches what it means to be a man to men that it has taught them to have a limited emotional capacity. Like that's been normalized. Like men don't feel this in a lot of different ways that we could point to. And so that we're dealing with that society behavioral operant system. At the same time, when we look at attachment theory, we know that in childhood, especially between the ages of 2 and 7, there's a particular brain activity, theta, that is a time period that if you look at what people are exposed to, what they're, whether that's conditioning or actual trauma, and you look at what they struggle with in their life, you will see a lot of correlations. And correlation is not causation, but it's a really helpful area of mindful inquiry. And in attachment theory, we know that how your caretakers took care of you often predicts how you show up or don't show up in relationships from a neural standpoint of how does my system handle, life? Do I disengage or do I over accommodate or do I do both? These kind of things. So not only do we have the society, but we have the childhood thing also that's training a neural system. And these are the things when we talk about capacity is we want men to get curious about why they are the way they are. And then the next logical step is, and if we can spark that curiosity of going like, wow, your system is limiting you from doing a lot of things. It's like you're not able to access, like you can see the rose, but you can't smell it. You can, see the cup of coffee, but you can't taste it. You can, conceptualize what a relationship is, but you might not be able to feel it, certainly not in the same way that she can feel it. And we want to understand these things because it's like you're missing out on a lot of life, man. So how do you dissolve those protections that came on board either through an identity that was, embedded by the society or by an identity that was locked in with a neural system as childhood? Well, you have to understand it. You have to bring presence to it. You have to process it, and then you have to, engage in very specific strategy of normal, healthy, secure attachment boundaries, holding yourself accountable for being what? Being a fully functioned, full spectrum emotional human being. That's where we're going. That's what she wants for you. That's what we should want for ourselves. And what I'm trying to point to is that there are absolutely a lot of things that we can do to melt those things that are in the way of us connecting with our authentic self and living that life.